morning we're going to be cooking an Ulster fry. I'll tell you what an Ulster fry comprises of. It's bacon, Irish sausage, mushrooms, white pudding and black pudding, tomatoes, potato cakes, soda bread, and that's part of your Ulster fry. I was asking my sister when we decided to do this why we do eat this sort of food, and what she was telling me was, I know my oldest son's more into it. He works on he's a scaffolder, and he would prefer a good breakfast rather than a light breakfast and lunch. So if he had this going to work, this would do him all day. And then he would get his main meal at night. And that's, I think, why a lot of Irish people eat a big breakfast in the morning. Traditionally, now just say for the Lightcast, traditionally for the Lightcast, we would get this on a Sunday mornings before we go to Mass or church. That's the Irish roll bacon there, certainly. I was surprised because was able to get it, but I was just telling them, ask for it. There's one wee shop you can go to, and they sell lots of things that we would have at home. And I would say probably, I got them at one of the supermarkets, but there's a lot of Irish bakers. I think it's Rankin's, and there's another one that bakes stuff in them. You pay a bit dearer for it, like, but it's what you want. You don't mind, do you? What would happen now at home, and this is every week, what would happen is all my sisters and brothers and my cousins all meet up on a Saturday morning in a wee cafe. We all worked on it when we were young too, and they meet there, and this is what they would eat. And they sit and they gossip about, there must be about 14 of them, and they sit and they have their fry up for their breakfast, and then what they would do is talk about everything that's happened over the week, and then they leave each other and go back and meet each other. It's a regular thing for them, and every Saturday morning. So as they go up, and all the kids with them and that, you know what I mean? It's they've still got that sort of extended family over there, you know what I mean? We're here, we don't have it, sure we don't as much, you know what I mean? I was asking my sister when we talked about doing it, I said, I wonder why we did eat things like all this, you know, when they tell you now that people die from eating a load of fat. Cholesterol, I never heard of it, that's the company Leeds. Remember them taking my daddy's cholesterol levels, and I just watched that. He says it's something when they did eating bacon years ago. And you know what it is, we always ate the fat of steak and meat. It's just something, if you talk to anybody else, you say that was the nicest bit. Another thing we used to have was we ate an awful lot of barley. I think it's comfort food, fills you. So probably if there wasn't much in, we got, I remember my mum getting a maribone, and she put barley and carrots in it, and it made broth, and it was that thick you could have stood on it. I can actually remember once my mammy and daddy, I mean there was 3 boys and 3 girls, and I actually remember them not having enough to feed them. And I could remember it playing my mammy, I remember her saying to my daddy, oh, well, we have all the bones we're ever going to have, theirs were still growing. And we were sitting eating, and they were sitting watching us, and that's the truth. And I mean, that's not 100 years ago. But saying home, all you would eat with that is, you wouldn't need any other bread. So you wouldn't need more bread, but I've known people do eat more bread with it. So what we'd do with that is you'd just have a big mug of tea, HP sauce, let's get stuck in. And then there's what we do, this is a potato cake. This here, do you know all this is? It's just made with cold potatoes and flour. So they never throw the spuds away, they keep them.
You can make it if you wanted to.
Yeah, you can, I've made these before, just if I've loads of potatoes left over. Just mash up your cold potato, but you need a good griddle for it. I'll tell you what I sometimes used to do on a thing that Asian people would use for chapatis. That sort of heavy pan where it holds the heat. You can do it in that. There's the sauce. there's the sauce. And there's the butter. You see, the butter there would be if anybody wanted some sliced bread as well as what the fried bread. You know what I mean? So you would just say maybe a little bit of that wheat as well for a cup of tea after it. But we've got mushrooms, we've got potato cakes, we've got sort of bread, we've got black pudding, white pudding. What you could add to that if you wanted would be, you could add tomatoes if you wanted, you could add beans. So that would be that's that. Some mushrooms. Chris, do you want one egg or two, love?
One please.
Okay. There's his egg. Okay. That's a wee bit of white pudding too. There's the bacon. And I'll give him one big fat sausage and a wee skinny one.